G'day and welcome back to the second part of the HB build. It's been a while between drinks. I've been flat out at the shop, but if we come down here to where the HB is, got a few things to show you guys. So start with this. This is our 4-door back seat with a fold-out armrest. I'm going to try and fit it into the back of the car. It is different from the 2-door one. It's not a direct swap. I am pretty excited about this though, which came in the mail the other week. If you haven't guessed already, this is a bonnet.
5 minutes later.
Alright, so this is a genuine JDM HB Cosmo bonnet. And the difference between this and the Oz delivered bonnets is this, it's got no humps in it, so it's perfectly smooth. So if we take a quick look at the HB bonnet, so you can see this is a Series 2, it's got the hump in the middle, and the earlier model, the Series 1 with the MA motor had just a hump here. And then the Cosmo had a totally smooth bonnet like this one. This came from Perth, found it on Gumtree. All Japanese stickers, definitely going to keep those. So yeah, we'll be painting this bonnet red and fitting it onto the car. Pretty good nick. 1 or 2 little dings, not sure if that's how it was or from transportation, but either way, all good. So this box here isn't from within Australia, this box is from Japan. Let's have a look. I did get a cool Cosmo sun visor with Japanese on it, but I didn't look at the pictures close enough and it's brown, so the interior in my car's grey, so yeah, can't use it, which is a bit of a shame. It might look cool on the wall. I also made that mistake with the steering wheel, so I've got an immaculate steering wheel, which I've never actually seen one with an immaculate steering wheel. They're usually all completely cactus. I'll probably vinyl spray this one grey. I'll get some grey vinyl spray colour matched up at local paint shop that I get all my paint from, and paint that up. This is cool. This is a factory Cosmo trip computer. So this goes in the center console. Usually you've got the auto adjusting suspension part, and this is just like a coin tray. But on the Cosmos with the trip, had this trip computer. Very awesome, very JDM. Never thought I'd see one of those. Couple of switches. So I've got a Cosmo, I think it's a heated mirror switch, and a front parker light switch. So these will fit straight into the dash, and I've got some plans for these. Last but not least, this is a Cosmo dash cluster. You can tell it's JDM because it only goes up to 180. So an Aussie car has a 200 and something km/h speedo, whereas in Japan all the cars only had the speed limited to 180 or whatever. Couple of cool things that the Australian cars didn't have, like this heat light. So oil pressure gauge, if that's going to focus. Oil pressure gauge where the volts gauge usually is. I'm hoping that with some pictures from Google and some creative printing and photoshopping and some sticker sheet that I can turn this into a boost gauge. So basically copy the factory turbo boost gauge and just print it out and stick it on there. And then I can control this gauge with a programmable output from my ECU. And some of these lights as well, so I think it'd be really cool to have a working factory boost gauge. So unless a Cosmo cluster with a boost gauge comes up for sale, a really cool old school HKS turbo timer that I'm going to use in the car. I think that's pretty sweet. It's a cheap eBay 38mm wastegate, external wastegate, I believe. A turbo beanie. Much unboxing. And a turbo. So, I know what you're thinking. You've probably spotted the integral wastegate. The reason I went with this turbo is because it's got a nice V-band outlet. It's just a cheap eBay T3, T4. It'll make it'll easily make the power output that I'm looking for. If I want to upgrade to like a GT30 or something later, and a genuine teal wastegate or a turbo smart or something like that, then hopefully all of the pipe work and manifolding and everything that I'm going to make for the engine that I'm putting in this car will fit. So this is basically, my main priority at the moment is getting the car on the road, running and driving. I really just want the car to be going again, so that's basically my plan. So got a lot of goodies for the car. Let's go look at the motor. Alright, so this is the motor that's going in the HB. It's a 2-litre engine out of a Kia Sportage 1999, otherwise known as a FE3 Mazda engine. So yeah, bought this complete out of a Kia, and I've pulled everything on. I'm going to strip it back, clean it up, swap the sump over. I've got a FE cross member, so I'm going to take the rotary out, change the cross member back to a piston one, put a piston engine in, and build a turbo manifold, possibly build or modify the plenum, get this all happening. And I'm going to be running a Ford Courier gearbox, so it's the same as a Series 4, Series 5 RX-7 gearbox, which is what was in the car, just with a bell housing, different bell housing and different extension housing to suit a piston engine application. Let's get on to pulling out the rotary and cleaning this up and giving it a paint and hopefully dropping it in the hole. Also got a brand new piece of glass, brand new front windscreen. So I've actually got a pair of door glasses there. Courtesy of Heath Lewis, big thanks. I think they might even be genuine Cosmo ones, genuine JDM ones. Lots of JDM parts coming together for this build, which is very cool. Okay guys, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that stuff. Helps me out massively. And stay tuned for the next part of the build. Cheers.